Hello there, my name's Dave Bignell, and welcome to yet another Wii review. Sorry it's been so long since my last review, but, there you go. Today I am reviewing Wii Fit Plus, which, as you may have gathered by the title, is an extension of Wii Fit. Now, the clever thing about Wii Fit Plus is that if you've already got Wii Fit, and you've been playing a lot on that, if you put in Wii Fit Plus, it transfers all the save game data to Wii Fit Plus, so you can carry on from where you left off, which is excellent. If you don't have Wii Fit, well, there's no problems there either, because you can buy Wii Fit Plus with either the Wii Balance Board bundled in with it or without. And if you don't have Wii Fit already, Wii Fit Plus includes all the exercises that Wii Fit has, and 50% extra new content, and other bits as well, which is cool. Now, in my review, I'm going to concentrate mostly on all the new things that are in Wii Fit Plus, because I've already covered a review on Wii Fit. Check it out on my YouTube channel, if you wish. Now, as within Wii Fit, you could pick from yoga, muscle workouts, aerobic exercises, and balance games. And in addition, on Wii Fit Plus, you have Training Plus and My Wii Fit Plus. Let's have a look at My Wii Fit Plus. In My Wii Fit Plus, there are lots of new features to help you become more active, more fit, and to lose weight. This is one big thing about Wii Fit Plus as opposed to Wii Fit. I got the impression Wii Fit was more about obviously getting you fit, getting you active, getting you healthy, but Wii Fit Plus has a lot more tailored things in there to help you actually lose weight, which in the 21st century, a lot more people are a lot more bothered about. Now, the first bit here is Wii Fit Plus routines, and they're specifically tailored activities and exercises to help you do certain things. So, for example, it's split into different categories as lifestyle, health, youth, and form. So, for example, say if you've got a problem with your shoulders and back, Wii Fit Plus will give you a series of exercises that will help you with your shoulders and back. Similarly, there's an exercise in there if you've overindulged, eaten too much pizza, eaten too much ice cream. There's an activity there for you to help you do that, and you can tailor your time. So, for example, if you've only got half an hour, you can say, well, I've got half an hour, and put all these things together, combine them together, and give yourself a workout for half an hour, which is a genius thing, I think. There's also My Routine in here, where you can combine yoga and muscle activities together to give yourself a workout. So, for example, you can pick all the yoga ones you want to do and all the muscle ones you want to do, put them all together in a bag, and do them all concurrently. I think it is a shame in My Routine that you can only select yoga and muscle exercises to combine. It would be nice to also chuck in there a few aerobic exercises and Training Plus exercises, because then you could have a wide range of things. Now, what's clever about Wii Fit Plus is the limitation that Wii Fit had, really. Basically, in Wii Fit, you had to pick each exercise separately. So say you do a yoga exercise, great, you get your results. So you'd have a bit of downtime after the exercise. So you do an exercise, get all warmed up, and then you have to go through a whole sequence of this is how many you've scored, this is what we think, all that kind of thing. What Wii Fit Plus does is it actually jams the exercises together, so you actually have a half an hour workout with a very little break in between, if that makes sense. So yes, you would go straight from a yoga exercise into aerobic exercise with no sort of measuring yourself again and all the results and messing about. So it's a much quicker way of getting a more accurate workout, which I think is brilliant. And the final thing about My Wii Fit Plus, which I think is probably the best thing about Wii Fit Plus in total, is the calorie check. Now, the calorie check pretty much does what it says on the tin, which is it checks your calories. So every exercise and activity in Wii Fit Plus is rated by METs, which is a crazy scientific way of working out how many calories you've burnt in a particular exercise. So after you've done a routine or an exercise, it tells you how many calories you have burnt. And it gives you a real-life example of what that means, so it's not just a meaningless figure. So basically, you could do maybe half an hour of workouts, and then Wii Fit Plus will tell you, you've burnt off the equivalent of, let's say, a glass of milk or something like that. So it just gives you an idea in your mind where you're at, and also the calories that are actually in food. It's ridiculous how much you have to do to work off, say, like a sponge cake or something. There's a lot of fat and calories in sponge cake. Oh yeah. Another new feature of Wii Fit Plus, which is rather interesting, I think, is you can actually weigh your pet or child if you have either, or just weigh objects if you really want to. What it does is it weighs yourself, and then you pick up an animal or a child or a bread maker, and then it'll deduct the difference in weight, giving you a quite accurate weighing thing of your animal, which is quite good actually, because it would be quite difficult to weigh your cat on Wii Fit, basically, because that means that it has to keep still on your Wii balance board for long enough for it to weigh it, which is impossible. But if you hold it, it weighs it. So that's an interesting little feature. Not something I use much because I don't have a child pet or bread maker, but quite a good feature anyway that some people may find interesting, especially if they've got a baby and want to see how much it's weighing. But obviously, the babies and the pets can't do the activities in Wii Fit Plus because that would be strange. Okay, what I'm going to look at mostly now are the Training Plus activities, which are brand new to Wii Fit Plus. The first of these being Perfect 10. And what this does is it exercises your mind and your body, and maybe even your soul, but we just don't know. And what you have to do here is you have to add these numbers up to 10, basically. So you're standing there on your Wii balance board, and you shake your hips in which direction of the numbers you want. So basically you're banging the numbers you want. And if you don't want a number, you just bang it again to make the light disappear. And as you can see by my little video, I don't know how to add up to 10 very well. But basically, when you hit the corresponding numbers that add up to 10, you've passed that stage, you move on to the next one. A very good game, and it gets your brain working, and before you know it, you've actually exercised your hips a bit as well. So, well done there. The next exercise is cycling, which is absolutely brilliant. And as with a lot of these games, activities and stuff here on Wii Fit Plus, it does feature Woohoo Island, which was on Wii Sports Resort as well. So on cycling, you get to cycle around quite a bit of Woohoo Island as featured on Wii Sports Resort. Now what you do here is you hold the Wii remote in your hand and you steer it a bit like Mario Kart. And at the same time with your feet, you're walking quite fast up and down on the Wii balance board, which simulates cycling. I actually think this cycling game is better than the cycling game in Wii Sports Resort. It feels a bit more realistic. So there you are, wandering around, and it's quite a good workout for your legs, actually, it must be said, and probably your calves and your feet, and who knows what else it's working out. But it's really good, and you get to go around the island, and there's lots of visual stimuli to keep you going. And it's another one of those clever things about Wii Fit, where you don't actually feel like you're exercising because there's so much going on, but really, you are. So cycling, very good game. Next we have a Rhythm Kung Fu, which reminds me a lot of Wii Fit Boxing, where you have to move in a certain sequence, and what you do on Wii Fit Boxing is you're shown a sequence, then it's your turn, and there can be a bit of a delay before it's your turn. On Rhythm Kung Fu, there's only a couple of seconds until you have to strike your pose, as it were. So you use the nunchuck and Wii remote on this, as well as the balance board, and you have to basically, in time, strike these Kung Fu poses. And yeah, it's very, very good and also quite entertaining. And also with this, as well as exercising your body, getting yourself flexible, it's also working your mind, because you have to be in time, you have to be focused. Otherwise, what tends to happen is in this game is they drop something on your head from above, which is quite interesting as well. This exercise is driving range, and I completely understand the point of it. Basically what it is, you stand on the Wii balance board and you swing the Wii remote as if you're knocking a golf ball, and it measures your posture and the way you've swung exactly. So basically, as I'm sure a lot of golfers know, you have to have the perfect posture and the perfect swing to make the perfect shot, and this tries to train you doing that. The problem I find with it is it just doesn't work very well. Basically, it doesn't use the Wii Motion Plus, which seems a bit daft, as they've spent all the money inventing the Wii Motion Plus, and the Wii Remote doesn't respond very well to your swing, a bit like in the original Wii Sports Golf. It just seems a bit daft that they've come all this way, and one of the big things about Wii Sports Resort was improving the accuracy of the golf game, is that in here, they don't use that at all, and you're back to sort of just keep swinging the remote until it responds, come on, which gives you an inaccurate swing, and it's a hard one anyway. I don't really like this one very much. It doesn't feel much like exercise. It's more obviously about getting your posture right, which is beneficial, but it just doesn't work for me because the responsiveness of the controller isn't as good as you'd expect these days for Wii games. The next exercise is Segway, and if any of you have ever been curious about being on a Segway, this is probably the closest you're going to get, unless you've got $4,000 to spare, or however much they are. So what you do on here is you lean backwards and forwards and you steer with the Wii remote as within cycling. A bit like Mario Kart again, the sort of controls on that. So you lean forwards, and what you have to do on here, it's kind of combination of riding on a Segway and also whack-a-mole. And you have to go and pop these balloons until they turn into moles. Once you've collected all the balloons, you chase one mole at the end and get the balloon and get 100 points. It's good fun, actually. And again, it's a measure of your posture, and also is a bit of a workout there for your legs and back and stuff, because you have to get your balance right to move around the course. Again, absolute genius, because you don't really feel like you're exercising, you're just trying to get those balloons and stuff. And halfway through the game, a cat or a dog joins you, and you can use them to catch the balloons as well. It's really bizarre, but it seems to work very well. That is the end of part 1 of my review of Wii Fit Plus. Please turn the tape, or indeed search for the second part of this for more review bits of different exercises and ting. So enjoy!